guys, it's Andrea. I'm back to share another little bite of history from my family. This is a letter I mentioned before from y'all. This was my great uncle. He wrote me this letter telling me all about his World War II experiences. Now, this was written in 1985. 1985, 1986, probably 1986. I can't remember. Oh, it says 85. Anyway, I was doing a report at school, 6th grade, about World War II, and I had asked him about his experiences. Ralph Bench was his name. He was a songwriter, very musical. So let's get into it. This is my great uncle again, my paternal grandmother's brother. All 5 of her brothers went to World War II. All 5 came home. So, it is 1986. March 10th, 1986, from the desk of Mr. Ralph Bench. I'm going to put his picture, a couple pictures of him at the end, guys, if you're curious what he looked like. Dear Andrea, I appreciated hearing from you and hope this letter finds you and yours well and happy. I guess the best way to do this is in the form of an outline. You can pick out the parts you want to report on. Ralph Bench Army Record, August 1942. Oh, wow, to February 1946. Y'all haven't read this probably since he wrote this to me, so I don't remember. I remember very little. I remember some, but very little. He was there for 4 years? Wow. 1. Induction and basic training. I was inducted to Camp Robinson, Little Rock, Arkansas in August 1942 and sent to Camp Barkley, Abilene, Texas for basic training in the Combat Medical Corps. After basic training, 2 additions for the Special Service Entertainment Unit and succeeded in passing for the choral acting and entertainment of troops. We performed on radio once a week to try and recruit WACs for the Army services. Is that Women Army Corps? 2. We met many people from Hollywood and big bands that joined us in entertaining troops and etc. 2. 86th Division. After a while, we were replaced with limited service people, and I was transferred to the Army Infantry 86th Black Hawk Division. We were sent to Louisiana for 3 months, maneuvers in the woods and swamps of Louisiana, and then were boarded on a troop train to go to Camp San Luis Obispo, California. I'm guessing on that what that says. En route, we stopped at El Paso, Texas for a short visit into Old Mexico. After a few months in San Luis Obispo, I think that says, California, we boarded another troop train and traveled 6 days and nights to the east coast of Boston, Massachusetts, and we were shipped overseas on the Atlantic Ocean to the Evergreen Theater. We landed at the Havre, France, Havre, and were put in camps that were named after American cigarettes. Ours was Camp Old Gold. 3. Combat. From Camp Old Gold, we were loaded on a cattle car troop train through Belgium. This was the first time I had seen dead German soldiers. lying beside the tracks along the railroad. We knew we were going into enemy territory. How terrifying. We were loaded on trucks, 24 men to each truck, with rifles, guns, and etc. to enter any enemy territory in Germany. My first day of combat was the day President Franklin D. Roosevelt died, April 13th, 1945. Our first battle was a little town about the size of Hoxie, Arkansas. That's about 20 minutes from me, Hoxie. During this battle, I was a surgical technician with a cross on my helmet, commonly known as combat medic. I treated several wounded soldiers nominated for the Silver Star for treating wounded soldiers under fire. For some reason, the nomination never materialized and I did not receive it. During the conquering of the RUHR pocket near Hagen, Germany, we were with General Clark's 2nd Army. I will never forget when we were in a house this side of the what's that say? Rhine River in Cologne. The bombs literally rained all around us. Luckily, we were not hit. After the battle of the something pocket, we joined the tanks of the 3rd Army, which was the army of General George Patton. There was a movie made about this experience we had. That's cool. That's cool. We went straight Germany and into Austria with General Patton. We soldiers, when we weren't walking, were riding on all these tanks. The war was declared over in Europe theater when we arrived in Austria. Journey home. After the war in Europe was declared over, we were sent to Le Havre, Havre, France again, and boarded a ship. From Le Havre, we landed in New York City. We were the first division shipped back to the United States when the war ended in Europe. I will never forget how happy I was when I saw the Statue of Liberty. We were given a very big reception when we landed in New York City. At New York, we were loaded on a troop train and we were sent to Jefferson Barracks, St. Louis, Missouri, given a 30-day furlough. 5. Pacific Theater. After the 30-day furlough, we reported to Camp Gruber, Oklahoma, and we were sent by troop train to Oakland, California. From Oakland, we were boarded on ships to fight the Battle of Japan. The war in the Pacific was declared over about the time we reached Luzon Island. Boy, he lucked out. Everywhere he was placed, the war was ending. Manila is the largest city in the island. We landed at Balay Bay at Batangas, Batangas. We now had the job of being occupation troops. While we were in the Philippines, I had built up enough points to be discharged, and the Army sent us a plane to pick me up and take me to the ship. I returned home and we were discharged at Fort Smith, Arkansas, Camp Chaffee, February 1946. Highlights. 1. Camp Barkley, Texas. I saw my first diamondback rattlesnake, horned toad frog, skunk, jackrabbit, and tarantula spider all on the same day. My meeting with movie stars such as Lew Ayres, Lewayres, when I was in special service. I don't know that movie star. I have to look them up. Louisiana maneuvers. A. Sleeping outside in tents for 3 months. El Paso, Texas. Visiting Mexico at El Paso and buying souvenirs such as a packet of cigarettes, which caused me to start smoking. And then 4. San Luis Obispo, California. Visiting cities like Los Angeles while in California. Troop train. Traveling from California to Boston in 6 days and nights. Going mountains of Utah and seeing Salt Lake. Combat. My feelings the first day in combat territory. Experience with Patton's Third Army. In New York, the public reception by American people at New York City when we returned from Europe. Luzon Island. I ran into my brother Mickey at Taal, Taal, in Philippines. That one must have been a very big highlight. Uncle Mickey. I remember my Uncle Mickey, my great Uncle Mickey. He was fantastic. Loved him. The surrender of several hundred Japanese that had been in the mountains for several months. Oh, wow. Awards. Combat Medical Badge, Combat Battle Star, American Theater Ribbon, Pacific Theater Ribbon, Good Conduct Medal, European Theater Ribbon, Overseas Stripes. Rank. Many times I have the opportunity to achieve more rank. However, I prefer to just be the average soldier. At that time, there was not that much difference in pay. In the Philippines, I was acting supply sergeant, but I was discharged before achieving the rank. I was a private first class when I was discharged. I hope this will be a help to you and your girlfriend. I did not know how much to make my Army record any shorter. Have fun. Sincerely, your Uncle Ralph Bench. Isn't that so nice of him to do that for me? What do you guys think of this? I love having it. Thank y'all so much for listening. And give me a thumbs up if you like the video. And I'll see y'all at the next one.